Hi everyone, this is Menz here, playing the Tier 8 Japanese Premium Cruiser, the Atago, here on Northern Lights. With this ship, I kind of want to stay at mid-range. I have a ship guide for it over on mensgaming.com/World of Warships, and kind of go over how I like to play the Atago, and really just its overall characteristics, strengths, weaknesses, whatnot. But really, I like to stay at mid-range, basically 12 kilometers out, only because it is a pretty fragile ship. Even though it is a heavy cruiser, its armor doesn't exactly stack up at all against battleships, and cruisers, once you drop below that 12-kilometer range, can really tear you a new one if you're not careful.
Battle starts.
I'm gonna kind of stick around in the center here to begin with. I don't want to pop out too far, or actually, I'm gonna change my thought process. I usually spawn over here, and I try to push and kind of skirt over to where main fighting is. This time I'm just going to go this way and probably wrap back. Really, I don't like to get too close to the fight, but since I don't use the spotting plane, I don't have that added range that some people have. Only because I like to use hydroacoustic search, because oftentimes in higher tier matches, not exactly this one, but when you're facing off against a lot of 9s and 10s, the enemy team and your team is going to be filled with about 4 or 5 destroyers, and I have more trouble with them than I do AA planes and also the range. But it is a little bit of a sacrifice, but I find the fighter plane a little bit more reliable, and acoustic search with helping weed out destroyers and incoming torpedoes. I'm just going to pop out my fighter now, just in case planes head towards me, and if there's any destroyers in this area, by the time I get down there, my fighter will be out ahead of me, hopefully. Alright, so we got Magi here early on. Not that I want to be the first person spotted, but I'll take a crack at him. Okay, a little bit too short. Thought he might be heading a little bit quicker than he is. Hope they do not hit me, to say the least. Typically, I guess stick with HE unless I drop below that 12-kilometer range on cruisers, or against battleships a little bit closer if they're a broadside to me. Fortunately for the Atago, you do have a repair capability for the basically what battleships get, and with the premium module, which I don't have on here, but I have the basically the captain perk that gives you an extra consumable. You're able to get up to 4 of them, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd say I think I'm going to get in with HE, but gonna try to get off my other 3 guns in the back and this front one, and then swap over to AP if I have time. Although, I'm not going to do it only because A, destroyer here, but I'm losing sight of that cruiser. And you start turning to other directions, so I was definitely going to miss there. Do have this guy pushing up, but actually I'll try an AP salvo on him. Okay, never mind. He's a goner. I'll fire these at this other York down here. Back to trying to burn down this Amagi. The Amagi doesn't have a ton of armor, but at this range, AP is not really reliable against it. Alright, this guy, where are you heading, Hipper? Very much like to turn right, but he's on my right side, so I guess kind of slowed down for a second, and okay, never mind, he's turning a little bit, so we're gonna touch a little bit, but not that big of a deal. No need to blow your horn at me. I know it's automatic, but still. Since we're doing pretty well, we have a slight advantage here. I'm gonna start playing a little bit more aggressively, especially since I have full HP. Not that the Atago's the most durable ship in the world, but I can have a little bit more leeway here. I'm going to see if this enemy Atago continues to push up past there, or if he's going to peel off or not. I have a feeling this guy, he's going all in. So I'm going to help these guys get this Atago out first. Don't need all these guys falling down here. So I guess with 11 minutes left, I'm actually going to have to go with that. Just looking at my ships here, they're all heading over to this way, so I'm safer pushing down with this other cruiser this way. It's better to play it safe since we have a pretty significant lead right now, and we're ahead by 3 ships. So we're not in that much of a rush, and this is just a safer option. I still think I'd be able to push through here and survive and get over to this area, but everyone's kind of gravitating towards this way, so it's taking the safer option of the 2 that I have. Pretty sure that destroyer was still... Yeah, he's over there. I don't... Hopefully our CV doesn't push all the way over. Really wish I'd be setting more fires. I need to complete one of these missions that require fires. I have all the flags and everything perked out except for captain skill since I don't run that. I don't want to spend gold to reset my captain. I want to approach off of this side. That way I have a better shot to get through here quickly. Whew, we just lost 2 ships pretty quick there. Alright, so it's actually evened out here. Not very good for us. Alright, so let's see if I can make it through without running into anything too much here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna... I should have took that a little bit sooner. But not my worst turn in the world. I miss a little bit beached here, but it should get me off well within the margin of error I have here to get some shots on these guys. Looks like that Mayoko, he actually survived that. I'm surprised. Never mind. I was like, Alright, Mr. Fuzo. He's turning his guns towards me. I want to get a couple torpedoes off here. God damn it, stop running into the frickin' side, Cody. I don't want to be broadside to him. I'm gonna get taken out with one salvo. Whew, that was cutting a little bit close there. Of course, my one torpedo I was banking on missed him, but still, ended up getting him out, so that's all that really matters there. Alright, so we got these 2 guys. I'm a little bit concerned. I don't want to round the corner against them. I'm hoping that they still stay on this path. That way I have some good shots on them. Unfortunately, I lost 1 torpedo tube on that side, and I still have both on this side. So I'm going to kind of use my torpedo indicator here to see which way they're turning. Right now, it looks like one guy's going a safer route, and the other guy's kind of sticking on his course right here. But I'm hoping I'm going to be able to catch this first one once he wisens up and turns back here. I need to get the hell out of here. Can't turn too hard though. Because of that, I would have turned right into that. I guess I have to take it, but still. Looks like I'm getting in everyone's way this match. I still have pretty good HP, but one salvo from a battleship can either one-shot you in this, depending on how many citadels you take, but typically they can two-salvo you in many cases in the Atago if you're unlucky and out of position. So that's why I'm just being a little careful still against these two Amagis. Be nice if I could set a little bit more fires though, but yeah, at least we're doing good. Better to reset my guns here than to potentially get capped out. Although we still have a battleship back there. Come on, set some fires! A little surprised by the lack of fires I'm getting, but he's burdened down again. I guess saw someone shoot. I don't know if my shells will make it first, but this guy's a goner. There we go. I set another fire. I'll take it. For the sake of things, I'm just going to use my repair. I'm very surprised this enemy destroyer, as far as I know, nobody was over here. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing against this carrier, but I thought our carrier was unprotected for like the last 4 or 5 minutes. Like, yeah, oh well. But hell, it's good for our team, so can't complain too much. Just a little bit confused why some things happen in World of Warships and even World of Tanks at times, but any PvP game for that matter. Alright, since not much time left, might as well use my... Never mind. The cruisers out here. I was just going to pop it off just in case I can potentially spot him a little bit sooner. only 30 seconds though, so we ended up winning this and we're well ahead point-wise, even if in the off chance they sink our Fuso, which I doubt they will. We still have this in the bag. Not that bad of a match though. 100 shell hits, 8 fires, 3 destroyed ships, and then 1 torpedo hit. So not too bad for an Atago match. Not the best in the world, but nonetheless, worked out all right. Alrighty now. So decent match. Experience-wise, most of my team. Very good job by the Samagi and Admiral Hipper as well. But damage-wise, not a bad showing here. Basically, all my shots were HE except for 1 AP salvo I completely missed. But wish I would have been able to use a little bit more AP since you can rack up damage quickly at close range. But yeah, not really that much of a chance to use it this battle. Granted, still worked out in my case, still ended up doing 89,103 damage, so not that bad in Atago. A little bit below like excellent or quote unquote like ace tanker game, but still a pretty good showing. In any event, thanks for watching this video. Feel free to subscribe here on YouTube. You can support me in the upper right hand corner through Google Wallet, and also in the description below through PayPal. Otherwise, feel free to check out my World of Warships website, menzgaming.com/World of Warships, and also my World of Tanks website, wattguru.com. Again, thanks for watching.